Go. Hey guys, welcome. This is month 3 of Big Business Energy. We are so excited to speak with you guys tonight. Before we get started, if you have been joining us, we are going to open in prayer. Katie normally does, but I'm going to get us started tonight. So, dear Lord, I'm coming to you this evening. I'm bringing you all of us who are speaking. I'm bringing you everyone who is on live in this training. I'm bringing you everyone who's watching the recording. I ask that you would speak through us, that you would bless each and every one of us who are on this call, and let us get from this that exactly what we need. In your name we pray. Amen. All
Amen.
right, so we are going to be talking this evening all about what it takes to be successful in this business. And that, my friends, is very simple of always getting new customers. Okay. We're going to keep it very simple this evening. We are going to talk about new customers. We are going to talk about gaining new customers, why this is important. So let's go ahead and get started. So I want you guys to go ahead and write this down. The single most important thing that will determine success in your Scentsy business is consistently gaining new customers. Consistently gaining new customers is the single most important thing you can do in this business. Speaking from someone who has next month is 10 years with Scentsy for me, which is crazy. Oh, by the way, I'm Amber Ryan. If you guys do not know me, if you're hopping on, Amber Ryan, I am right outside of Wilmington, North Carolina, in Leland, North Carolina. But I have been with Scentsy next month for 10 years, which is really, really crazy. It kind of gives me chills to think about everything that's happened in 10 years. But the most important thing that you can do for yourself is always gaining new customers. This is important within any business because you know you're going to have customers that are your day ones, but they might, not use Scentsy anymore a couple months later, or whatever the reason might be. Right now there's a crazy economy. People might not be able to afford it that used to afford it a lot, so you always need to be bringing in new people. Okay. So consistently gaining new customers. Your customers are going to be the foundation of everything. If you do not know this within your business, your customers are the end all be all for your business. It starts with them and it ends with them. And there's an ever going cycle with your customers. So your customers are going to place orders. They're going to reorder. They are going to host parties to get their stuff free and half off. They are going to join Scentsy Club. They are going to join your team, and they're going to refer their friends. Okay. So if you think about a customer, literally like branching off, everything starts with that customer. So if you focus on serving and growing your customer base, everything else in your business is going to grow naturally. If you did not know, we are in the relationship business. Yes, we sell an amazing product. You can share Scentsy with anybody. Okay. You can bring these clothesline pods. People are gonna be like, wow, that is the strongest laundry scent I've ever smelled in my life. Nobody can say any different about this. Okay. Um, but we're not just selling fragrance. We are not just selling fragrance. We are solving problems. We are helping homes smell amazing. We are helping with decor. If you guys have not seen the way that we have different decor pieces now, they've done a really good job of creating not just amazing fragrance systems, but we also have some really good decor pieces now. That's a good key to start highlighting with our customers. Um, Something with customers, they're going to stay loyal to you when they feel connected to you. I was listening to a podcast today, and she was really honing in on why do clients go towards people? Why do customers go towards people? They feel connected to you when you build a relationship with them. So people are going to buy from you when they feel like they can trust you, when they like you, when you are relatable. Um, they're going to stay loyal to you. So that's why really getting to know your customers and really showing them that you are a full person other than Scentsy is really, really important. We're going to talk about that a little bit. Um, so I'm really going to hone in on I get custom new customers different ways, but I'm home majority of the time. So I get mine virtually online a lot, social media platforms through parties. But I want to talk about when you have your online platform and you kind of funnel in your customers. So you have these. I've been trying to get my printer to work for 30 minutes now. Sorry, guys. Yeah, it's great. It's deciding to work while I'm talking. So when you have your customers, so when a customer orders and they are on, you have funneled them into your social media realm. Okay. We're going to talk about gaining new customers through that. I know the girls are going to, everyone who's talking on is going to be talking about different things, but I just want to really quick touch base on this. So number one, you need to be talking about Scentsy every single day. Okay. Talk about Scentsy every single day. I'm not saying you're talking about like, hey, this is a Scentsy pod. I'm saying you are sharing Scentsy every single day. So you're talking about it. What pods are you putting in your fan diffusers? What scent are you warming in your house? What laundry products are you using? How are you unboxing the new stuff that just came to your door? How are you changing your wax with the Scentsy cotton cleanups? How are you packaging up orders? How are you doing Happy Mail? What are you doing in your life? And how are you sharing that with people? People are going to get very interested and they're going to get curious and it's going to spark a conversation. Maybe not that first time, maybe not that second time, but when you do it consistently, people are watching you. I can't tell you how many times people have been like, over the years, I don't really share it that much anymore, like consistently, but there was a while I used to use Scentsy Fresh on my couch almost every single day, and people would always be like, "Okay, what is it?" Like even my mom, "What is it that you just sprayed on your couch this morning and on Facebook?" And I'm like, "Mom, you've used this before." But it starts curiosity with people. So share those small moments and talk about Scentsy every single day. You need to treat social media like a storefront. Okay. Social media is not the end all be all, but it's free marketing. You guys are going to hear all of us say this. It is free marketing. Talk about Scentsy on there. It's an online store and it's free. Okay. Um, you guys know that there's a lot of influencers out there. There's a lot of stuff that's going on social media all the time. Use it to your advantage. Show the products in real life. Your favorite scents, seasonal products. We just had a brand new catalog go out. Post a picture of you with the brand new catalog. Spark interest for new customers. Share different things. You never know if it's going to work if you don't try. You got to get out of your comfort zone and you got to start doing it. Talk about new launches. Today we had the pre-order for the new Disney Castle. Did you share that? Do you know how many people are obsessed with Disney, even if they got the Disney Castle that was the pink and blue one? I had a random person, she's never ordered from me. I don't even really know, but we were connected on Facebook, and when I posted about it, ding ding ding, she commented castle, and I messaged her. You don't know who's watching you or who has been watching you, so make sure you're sharing. You could also share customer favorites too. Share what people are loving. I know I see a lot of people, I think Whitney does it a lot, with sharing different verbiage of like people liking kind of like reviews of what people are saying about different scents or like how they liked a certain thing. I know Rebecca, who's in my team, who's on here, she shared that the other day. Like, share what people are loving. People want to know what people like. That's why what's really cool on our PWS now, we have the stars and there's ratings. I particularly, guys, think about how many times you're on Amazon. If you're like me, you are literally digging in the reviews. And I don't want to know the most recent. I want to, or no, I don't want to know the highest rating. I want to know most recent. I want to know who talked about it today, who talked about it yesterday. And if I get like through those and they suck, I'm not getting that product. I exit out. Okay. Share what people are loving because people are paying attention to it. Um, Always invite people. So there's a thing called call to action where on social media, if you are saying like, drop castle in the comments, or comment with whatever, with your favorite emoji or whatever. You're calling to action, and then it's kind of making it exclusive. So you want more information, drop a star in the comments. And then the exclusivity and the people having FOMO because they don't know what you're going to say because you didn't say it public often will open up the door for you to have a conversation, to have a possible new customer, even if it's just you getting sense to them, even if you're just giving them samples. Um, you never know, but it's your storefront. Be your best boss and be your best Scentsy self and use that to your advantage. Um, let's see. Okay, turn one-time buyers into loyal customers. So when somebody buys from you, do you have a way to funnel them and keep them as customers forever? Do you have some type of system? I know for me, whenever people order from me, the first immediate thing I do is I text them. We have their number that comes through, or if it's in person or through text, you already have their phone number. I add them to my VIP page. I make sure we are friends across all platforms on Facebook, Instagram. I don't really push TikTok that much with customers, but make sure you're thanking them first. Okay. Make sure you are getting new samples to them. Maybe not that first order. I'm not saying you have to do something crazy, but if it's somebody in person, drop a ton of samples in there. Grab them. Okay. Drop some samples, expand their knowledge on Scentsy products. They're not going to know if you're not sharing with them. Okay. They're going to be loyal to you if they know, like, and trust you. If they trust you because they're like, oh my gosh, I saw that she's a mom of two, and I I have a kid, and like, how can you connect on different things? You're more than just Scentsy. So that's where they're going to be loyal to you. Why is it important to you that they buy from you? What is it that they're getting from purchasing from you rather than all the other 48 of you that are on this call? Okay? Stand out to these people. Um, Make them feel like more than just a sale with Scentsy, because they can buy Scentsy from anybody. Um, Another one, ask for referrals. That's a really great way to get new customers, guys. You already have customers who love the product. Have them share it with their people. If they're not wanting to host, if they're not wanting free and half off, say, hey, is there anybody that you know that has not used Scentsy? And let the conversation go from there. You can be like, hey, I have a couple of warmers that I really, really want to just like get out. Is there anybody that I can share these with that you know? Okay. Not everybody's going to want to host. I think it's silly. I never wanted to host in 2.5 years. I just wanted to pay full price. I didn't want free and half off. I didn't want to bother anybody. Crazy now, looking back, but that's how some people are. So ask for referrals. It's very simple. And something I saw earlier says one happy customer can lead to 5 more. You're branching into their network of people. So think about it that way. It's like a root, and then it's like branching out like a tree. So some daily income producing activities, and then I'm done. Or you could do these per week. Reaching out to 3 new people, talking to new people, following up with past customers, whether that's just checking in, how's your Scentsy stash doing, checking in and asking them if they want free and half off, checking in, hey, do you have any friends that I could drop these off for you? I'm being very honest with people too. I'm looking to expand my customer base this year. Is there any way you could help me out? Be honest. People love honesty, and it's going to help build that relationship with them too. Posting about products and then following up. When people are liking your stuff on social media, that puts them in that warm market. Reach out to them. Hey, I saw that. Some people, like in stories, they might accidentally hit something. It's fine. They're going to tell you that they accidentally hit it, and they're like, I'm so sorry, but it started a conversation, right? If somebody likes something, they comment, reach out to them, talk to them. Hey, I saw that you liked I don't know, Magnolia and Vanilla Woods, where I was like ranting and raving that this is the best scent in the whole entire world right now. It's already in my club. Can I get you a sample or start a conversation? How are you doing, girl? Okay. Um, Keep it personable with them. Thanking your customers and inviting people to get free and a half off Scentsy. Okay. Taking orders is one thing. Asking them if they want it free or half off is another. They might say yes. They might say no. You never know if you don't ask. And then with that being said, with a party, you know you're going to get new customers because you're going to have access to the new customers. All their people are going to be invited. Okay. So last thing I'm going to say, and then I'm passing it off. Who am I passing it? Whitney. Okay. Your goal should always be simple. Help more people fall in love with Scentsy. Okay. It really is that simple. We got to stop overcomplicating it. I know that was very simple for me to say, but it really is that simple. Help more people fall in love with Scentsy. Okay. All right. What?
Hello, guys. Happy Monday. How is everyone? Thank you, Amber. That was amazing. Huh? Someone unmute? No? Okay. Um, I love that she ended like that because all of this is simple. We're telling you simple things. If you've been around, you've probably heard all of this at least 5 million times, and you're going to hear it again. And until you choose to change something that you've heard in your business, nothing's going to change in your business, right? So, Um, these are all great reminders. I'm over here taking notes for me to get back to doing some of the stuff that I was doing that I'm not doing anymore. So just thank y'all for being here, first of all, and being open to learning and all of the things. New customer acquisition, that's getting new customers. That is one of two things that our CEOs told us at leadership that we need to focus on this year as a business at in Scentsy. New customers and sponsoring. Those are the two most important things that they want us focusing on. So that's what we're talking about tonight. We're going to talk about new customers, how to get them, why they're important. Um, Here's a little fun fact I found while doing a little research. Direct sales businesses naturally, with it just naturally, not by anything you're doing or not doing, lose 10 to 20% of customers each year. Direct sales businesses naturally lose 10 to 20% of customers each year. So adding new ones keeps your business from shrinking. Um, if your business is dead, if your business is not growing like you want it to, if you feel like it needs CPR, this is the one thing that you can go look at. And Scentsy keeps up with this. It's on our main page on your workstation. If you go sign into your workstation under customer engagement, there is a section that says new. That's going to tell you exactly how many new customers you have this month and year to date. Okay. That's probably going to be eye-opening for a lot of people. Okay. Those are new customers. And when I mean new customers, I mean people that are buying. Okay. New contacts are great, but new customers is what's going to keep your business going. Okay. So if you have not looked at that number, look at it. And then I want you to make a goal of what you want your business to look like this year. How many new customers do you want buying every single month? For me personally, it's a minimum of 10. 10 new customers, people I have never met before, who have never aren't on my email list, but are actually coming to me and buying. They have found me somewhere and they are buying with me, okay? Um, ChatGPT said that a good goal for a um, big, thriving business is 10 to 20 new customers a month. Okay, just putting that out there. Um, so if your business is dead, if you feel like you want more, that's going to be the first thing you need to focus on is finding new customers, new people to share Scentsy with. If you hear my son in the background, we're just a little bit of a mess over here. He's coughing his head off. So, sorry about that. Let's see. So make sure you're checking your customer engagement, look under new, see how many people you have new for the year. When I decided to make this business a real business, the first thing I did, I knew I needed to get into those outer circles, right? So at that point in my business, my customers were friends and family. And there's nothing wrong with that. Let's make that clear. But your friends and family can only buy so much Scentsy. And they probably have a lot. Okay, we sell a product that we don't have to talk anyone into buying. If they smell it, they're gonna love it. If they use it, they're gonna love something, right? So that's not our job. We don't have to talk someone into taking a pill that's gonna make them feel better. We don't have to talk someone into anything. We just need to let them smell it, let them see it, let them experience the products, okay? That's not our job. Our job is to find new people to share that with. Um, if you're feeling like you have um maybe you're tapped out on like your locals, right? That's because you're still in that main circle. You're still in that circle of people that you personally know. Your mom's best friend. Those are all friends and family, right? We want to get into those outer circles. That's when your business is going to boom. This series is called Big Business Energy, and that's why we're here to build a big business. So I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say this with all the love in my heart, but if you don't have new customers, you don't have a business, you have a hobby. And let me just say, that's okay. If you want a hobby, I love that for you. Scentsy can be that. But if you want a big business, you're going to have new customers, which means you're going to have to be intentional about finding those new customers. Okay. Um, let's see. So new customers, and Amber hit on this, but new customers become repeat buyers, right? We sell a consumable product. We get to follow up. We get to build a relationship with our customers. We get to provide that customer service. They have to come back to us for refills. If they're gonna run out. It's not a book. It's not something they can keep forever. If they're gonna use it, they need a replacement. So those new customers are going to be those repeat buyers with club, with sales, with new products, with releases that we have all the freaking time, right? New customers lead to new hosts, right? So that's going to get us into those outer circles too. New customers lead to new teammates, right? That's a majority of people on your team probably were a customer first, okay? New customers also are going to expand your network, and that is the goal of new customer is to expand that network. So I want you, I can't remember who it was in the comments said that they're moving next month or soon, 700 miles away. Me too. Me too. We are moving next month, 700 miles away back to North Carolina. Um, and that kind of relates to what I was talking about tonight because I put on here, I want you to act like you're in a brand new area. I want you to act like you have a brand new Scentsy business. And you're going to tell everybody about this launch party that you're going to have. You're going to tell everyone that you're a Scentsy consultant. You're going to share what's available and what's new because we have tons and tons of new stuff. Like it's crazy. There's not a lack of things that we can share right now. You can see here it is. These warmers, I have them there. I took pictures and videos. And there's a lot more I can do with those. They're sitting there because until I do those things, they're going to sit right there, right? Because I need to share those new products. I also want to move those warmers because they came in the kit and I want to get rid of them. So we're going to act like we're in a new area. We're going to act like we're a new consultant. We start the month every single month over at zero. If you need to act like you're a brand new consultant every single month, then do it. Then do it. Find that fire back when you first started, why you joined, why you're doing this, the excitement that you had. If you didn't look in that catalog and see something that excited you, then you might need to take a look at what you're doing, right? We need to find that spark in our business again. We have so much exciting stuff that we gotta be the one to share that, right? So I want you to act like you're in a new area. 3 ways that you're going to find new customers. Before I do that, I did want to mention that I mentioned getting into those outer circles. And the way that you do that is, yes, starting with friends and family. So just like when you're starting your new business, you're going to share with your friends and family. But those friends and family are going to introduce you to their circle. And then that circle is going to introduce you to that circle. How do they do that? All the reasons that Amber gave you, all the ways that she gave y'all to use and utilize people that you're already talking to meet more people. Like I said, when I started to work this like a real business, I utilized my current customer base to find my future customer base through parties, referrals, all those things. I'm going to hit on 3 of those ways. The first, and I will die on this hill. I will die on this hill with Katie Lester. But the first thing I want you to do are non-consultant led events. parties, events, whatever you want to call them. I'm trying to get away from parties, but non-consultant led events. Find a host that's not a consultant to host an event for you. Okay. Whether that be Facebook, bag, text, home, whatever that looks like, that is going to be the best and easiest way for you to grow and for you to grow big because you're going to get into a room full of people who are literally there just to hear you talk about Scentsy. That's why they accepted the invite to come into that event. They know why they're there and you're going to share with them, okay? Now, how you go about it has changed and it's still changing every single day. And we're still trying to keep up with that, right? We're figuring that out. But parties are working. And all of my new customers this year, I went and checked. 98% of them are from parties. The second one is from the next thing, which is Facebook Marketplace. Okay. But back to parties. They're not dead. They're still going. If partying is not your thing and it never has been your thing in your business, that's fine. I love that for you. But if you're in a place in your business where you need to grow and you're looking to meet new people in your business and find new customers, having someone host a party to introduce you to their friends is going to probably be the best and easiest and most beneficial way for you as the consultant. Okay. Um, Facebook Marketplace. This has been a big one. Now that we can sell stock on hand publicly, especially Facebook Marketplace is more free advertising. People are literally on Facebook Marketplace looking for something to buy. Okay. So they're literally walking into your Scentsy store. Now, there are ways that you have to go about it to be in compliance. Um, but it's actually really, really simple. And it is a way that I have gotten tons and tons of new customers in the past year. Okay. That can be whatever you want it to look like. And I'm not, when I talk about Facebook Marketplace, we're not just putting a one or two ads up, right? Pretty much anything I have on hand, I have an ad for on Facebook, and I'm getting daily messages about it. Facebook Marketplace is hit or miss. I'm not going to say it's amazing, but it's a huge opportunity to meet people and not just in your area. Okay. Um, with that, I will just say the shell of that doesn't have to look a certain way anymore because of compliance. You can list things that you have on hand. The biggest thing is that you list it for it has to, the minimum, the lowest price it can be is the lowest price it was ever offered. A good way that I find that price is to go look on Facebook and see what my Scentsy friends have shared. So, say for instance, Lemon Lee yours warmer. I don't know. That was a warmer of the month, right? So we can list that warmer for that warmer of the month price that it was 10% off that month. That's the lowest that you can put that warmer unless it's been on a sale. But if you search that on Facebook, that warmer is going to come up and you're going to be able to see, oh, five of my friends shared 2 weeks ago that it was whatever, right? And then you can always ask compliance. They'll tell you, they should be able to tell you what it is. But you can always go more. Okay, you can always list it for more. That's the biggest thing is that the price is not lower than the lowest it's ever been offered. Um, you can also share those ads in um, groups locally, right? And that's my third thing is to utilize the advertisement days in groups. That is what I did when I moved here, and that's what I'm going to do when I move again is I want to get my name out in the area. And that goes back to us acting like we're in a new area. If you want to grow in your area, or even if you want to grow your Scentsy business in general, get on some groups. Almost all of them have an advertisement day. Figuring out where it is or what day it is, put it on your calendar so then when that day comes up, you know that Susie Q Sandals advertisement day is Monday. You're going to go on there and you're going to share whatever you want to share that day, right? That's another way to get new customers. People are always looking for a active Scentsy consultant. Okay. If you're telling yourself something otherwise, it's a you problem. It's a you problem, guys. We got to get out of our own heads. So, um, just know that like Amber started this meeting, this is the most important thing that you can do for your business is finding new customers. And offering what you have to give them, what Scentsy has to give them, and just providing that customer service and building that relationship from there. And that's all I got to you. And I think Ray's next. Yes, Miss Ray Ray.
Yeah, that's me. Okay, guys, listen. I'm Rachel Anderson. Most people call me Ray or Ray Ray. That's what I go by. I've been with Scentsy for 8.5 years. Crazy, crazy. I've been doing Scentsy full time. I left my nursing career 6 years ago in January. That's also insane. Um, but listen, one thing you are going to hear from a lot of us and probably on multiple calls is you're going to hear the same things over and over and over again. And that is because you have to do the same things income producing activities over and over and over to start seeing success. Okay. You have to repeat IPAs if you want to see success and continue to see success. Okay. That's why so many of us who are successful in this business are still here, is because we have to keep repeating ourselves over and over and over. And I get that sometimes it's redundant and sometimes it gets boring. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes it gets boring and sometimes it's exhausting. But you have to be the one to relight your fire some way, somehow. And sometimes it looks different than how your fire was lit from the beginning, and that's perfectly fine. Okay. Another thing I want to throw out there, I had no intention of even like talking about this, but you cannot rely on your sponsor or your upline to relight your fire, number one, or to get you and push you to the next step, to the next level, to the next goal, whatever that looks like for you. You have to be the one to do that. Okay. And that's why this business is hard, is because we don't have anybody telling us to clock in. We have to be the ones to say, all right, get your tail off the couch, go clock in and go do some IPA, some income producing activities if you want a paycheck. Okay. Because I don't know about y'all, but most of you probably on this call, being that this is a big business energy call, you're probably here because you want to make money, right? You want to grow a big business, which means bringing in the income. Okay, whatever that looks like for you in regards to whatever, however much money you want to make is how much effort you're going to put in. Okay. So Amber hit on a lot of the topics that I was going to hit on, so I'm just going to go over a few that I think are so important. She mentioned that you have to, Scentsy is not why people are purchasing from you, okay? Especially your repeat customers. They are buying from you because they trust you. And Amber already said that. But one thing I want to kind of expand on is you have to build your own brand if you want this business to work, okay? People want to support you. They don't want to support Scentsy necessarily. Yes, we have an amazing product line. We really do. And you don't even have to like all of our products. I'm very upfront with my customers. I will tell my customer if something freaking stinks. Okay, the Harry Potter collection was the worst collection I've ever smelled in my life. And if a customer came to me and told me that they wanted that, I said absolutely not. Unless you like the smell of disgustingness, I'm just telling you. I literally had a customer come to me and she was like, "Hey, I want this." And I said, "I just want to let you know that it is the worst scent I've ever smelled in my life. That and the Lion King wax bar. Okay? Whatever the Lion King wax bar smelled like the first time it came out, I don't know if it's the same scent. It was awful. Smelled like poop, literally poop. Okay, maybe my nose has changed since then. My scent preference maybe has changed since then. But back to the Harry Potter collection. My customer sent it to me and was like, "Hey, will you order me this?" And this is what I said to her. I said, "I will order it for you, but I just want to let you know from the get, it smells awful in my opinion. And if you don't like it, I warned you. I warned you. There is no returns. No returns. I'm not reimbursing you. I am not trading you from my stash for these nasty bars. Not happening. Okay. So that is part of building your brand. Okay. You have to be upfront. You have to be authentic. You have to show them who you are. And that is how they're going to want to support you, because they don't just want to support you, they want to support your family. So show them who is behind the products that they are selling, because how many people are up here? Let me look. I'm on my phone, so it's 52 people. Y'all, 52 of us are selling the same freaking product. That's literally like You know how you go into town or you go into a city and there's like gas stations across the street and there's like five gas stations sometimes when you get off on an exit and there's like five gas stations within like back to back. Sometimes they're sharing the same trash can, I feel like, or the dumpster out back. And you're like, how does this even work? Or the same thing, there's like a McDonald's, a Burger King, a Wendy's, a frickin' Arby's, all within a mile radius of each other. And it's like, how are these companies thriving? It's because people only support one or the other, okay? Or they have their favorites. It's the same thing with us, okay? Prime example, I had a customer text me yesterday and she said, "Hey, what time does the castle warmer release?" I said, "What castle warmer?" I didn't tell her that. I went to my news tab. My entire family was hit with norovirus over the weekend, okay? I'm just now gaining my energy back. Thank Jesus. But I went to my news tab. Oh, there it is, Castle Warmer pre-order today, dropping today. I'm like, you know what that means? That is the biggest compliment I could get. My customer coming to me because she saw it from another consultant. And instead of going with that consultant who shared it, she came to me because she wants to support me. Because I've already been sharing it and she knows that I'm her girl when it comes to Scentsy. Now, I'm probably not going to be her girl when it comes to, Harry Potter things because I'm not a big Harry Potter fan. So whatever. But if it's Scentsy Harry Potter, she's going to come to me. So you have to build your brand. And I am a big believer that social media is a huge free marketing, like Amber said. And if you want to use that as your outlet to grow your customer base, I promise you it can be done. Whitney just hit on the fact that you can log into your workstation and see how many new customers you've had. I just logged into mine. I've had 26 new customers just this year, 6 from this month, and I can guarantee you they are all from social media. Okay? All of them are from social media. Um, Now, and that's because when I get a new customer, I text them and I say, "Hey, I just want to ask like how did you find me?" And most of the time it's social media. Very rarely, not rarely, but sometimes it's from another customer referring me. In that case, I find out who exactly referred me and I text the person who referred me and I say thank you. But it's mostly social media. And if it's social media, I ask them like, I don't know, one lady I asked specifically, like, what made you want to order from me? And she said, "Well, I just love that you share all about your animals." This was when I was really thick and like before I had a baby and I had horses at the time. She was like, "I just think you're hilarious and you share all of your farm animals and your dogs. They're all crazy and it's just chaos over there." And I can relate to that. So think of something that is unique to you. I don't care what it is. Is it your family? Do you have pets? Do you have hobbies? Are you a pickleball girl? Like, do you like to pickleball? Do you like to game? Do you like to, I don't know, is your husband a farmer and you go and check out his crops? That's so weird to even say. That is
That
so
got
weird.
awkward very fast.
I don't know why I said that. But is it your beliefs? Do you have beliefs in like, do you believe in something like, I don't know, whatever the
Just
case may
change
be.
this. We get
I
it.
know.
We get it.
Sorry. Anyway, find something unique to you and go with it and share it. Okay. Yes, I do believe that if you only share Scentsy, I feel like it's harder to grow a customer base because there's not unless you are incorporating Scentsy, like sharing your personality, like behind unboxing and stuff. Yes, that can be done, but I feel like you have to share who is behind the product, like I said, okay? Because you have to build that trust. Um, Now, once you get the customers, you have to nurture the relationship. Just get you can't see the email and then check it off your list like, "Oh, new customer." No, you have to nurture that relationship. You have to get to know that person. You have to eventually, once they start ordering more and more, you need to eventually know at least what scent category they like. Okay? Right off the bat. I can my good customers can message me and be like, "Hey, what scents do you think I'd like?" And I'd be able to roll them off. Okay? Whether that's something that I like or not. So get to know your customers, friend them on Facebook, get their phone number. It is literally so important to text them, okay? Text them. Unless they ask you to email, text them and say thank you so much for your order. Um, and then the last thing I wanted to talk about, you have to make yourself a consistency goal, okay? Consistency wins over and over, and I think all three of us so far that have spoke have already talked about consistency. You have to be consistent if you want this business to work. Repeat what's working. Here, let me do it. Repeat new activities over and over and over. After you've tried them multiple times, if they're not working, change it and then repeat the new thing over and over and over, and then keep repeating what's working. What's not working after you've tried it multiple times, then switch it up and change it up and figure out what is going to work. And like I said, what might work for me might not work for Amber. Okay? You have to figure out what works for you. And just so you know, I built my business entirely off bag parties. I was a full-time nurse, bag parties. That doesn't work for me right now. That doesn't work for me right now. So, what worked for me years ago, I have to switch it up. I'm gonna actually try doing live parties. I'm gonna pretend like I'm QVC. That's what it was? QVC, right? Yeah. I'm gonna pretend, Chastity, I saw that look on your face. I'm gonna pretend that I am a QVC seller, okay? Y'all get on TikTok and y'all see all these QVC like videos of people selling crap. That's what I'm gonna attempt to do. I have not done it yet, but I'm going to attempt to do it. I'm going to figure out the do's and don'ts, and we're going to give it a go. Okay. So make a consistency goal and go from there. So this is what I want you guys to do. Here's your challenge from me. Write it down. Choose one thing and do it every single week. One product is what I mean by one thing. Okay. So Amber said she used to spray her bed with Scentsy Fresh. Listen, we all used to do that. Why the heck did we stop? I don't know, because I'm pretty sure we were
I've still
selling the
been doing
heck.
it.
Have you?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm pretty sure we were selling the heck out of Scentsy Fresh, y'all. All we did, this is literally all we did. We got up in the morning, we took our Scentsy Fresh bottle, we took our phones, and we recorded ourselves spraying down our bed. Sometimes we would talk in the background, sometimes we would add music, okay? Sometimes we would have everything willy-nilly, meaning like no filter, and sometimes we'd add a filter. Okay, that's literally all we did. And I promise you,
I sold so much
after
fresh.
about 7 days of doing it, you're going to have people saying, "What the heck are you spraying your bed with?" You don't even have to tell them what you're spraying your bed with. Try it, okay? If you want to do it with counter clean, I suggest a product that you actually use on a daily basis or at least weekly basis. Do it with counter clean. After you make a meal, take a video of yourself cleaning up, okay? Put it as a reel, do it on your stories, whatever the case may be. Do unboxings, whether that's your specific order, a club order, or a customer order. Unbox your stuff, show it, okay? And then do a I don't know, how about just do a wax review? Literally, even do pick like 3 wax bars you have on hand and just do a review. Add your husband, add your kid, add your neighbor. I don't know, add your grandma. That would be hilarious if you added your grandma. Open up the bar and say, "Hey, tell me what this smells like to you." That's it. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Rate it from a 1 to 10. But do it on repeat. And I promise you, after you've done it for an entire month, weekly, once a week, people are going to associate that with you. Okay? You know what I've been associating with Whitney Hebel? Her doing her unboxings lately. That's what I think about. So pick something. Talk about Scentsy Club if you want. Talk about the joint opportunity. Do a wax change. One of my girls, Taylor Roundtree, I don't know if she's up here on TikTok. She constantly does a wax change. She doesn't ever talk in the videos, at least not the ones I've seen. She literally just records herself going around to all of her warmers. She takes the cotton cleanups, she soaks them up, she changes out the wax. Y'all, when I tell you, those videos always go viral for her. And now anytime I see a wax change video, I think of Taylor. So I know other people, especially not Scentsy, are relating those videos to her. So that's my goal for you guys. You have to be consistent. And if you want to show up on social media, I'm telling you, there's a huge outlet. And if your platform, meaning your account, is public, you never know what video is going to go viral. You never know. You could post for literally 2 weeks in a row. And on that 15th day, your video might go viral and boom, you just got a million orders. That's what happened to me on TikTok. I did a video of my mom's warmer collection. Ridiculous, ridiculous. Okay. That video went viral and I got like 6 or 7 customers from that video. When I texted them and said, "Hey, how did you find me?" They said, "Oh, I saw your video of your mom's house and I just had to have some Scentsy." So you never know what video is going to go viral and bring you in new people. Okay. And I don't know if this was talked about, but customers, I know Amber said customers are the heart of our business, but they bring in everything. Like your customers are the main people that are going to become your new teamies. So that's how we expand everything. And it's really important that we bring in new customers. So you guys can do it. You have to believe that you can do it. Okay. So set some goals for yourself and let's get it. Let's get it.
Hey,
All
Ray,
right.
wait a minute. Before you go, sorry to put you on the spot, but can you talk to them a little bit about what a brand is? Because I feel like a lot of people overthink like
Oh,
what,
yes.
because I,
Okay.
yeah,
All right. You mean like a brand is in ourself, right?
yeah. You're talking about like branding yourself and being your brand. A lot of people think that like they need it to look a certain way or to be.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So branding yourself just means that you show who you are. You are, I guess the easiest way, and I actually meant to write this down, I never did, so I'm glad you asked that. Oh, and I have one more challenge for y'all. Y'all forgot it was on the second page. Um, all right, branding yourself is literally just showing up as who you are. So, like, for example, I'm up here with no makeup on. Okay. If y'all want to talk to me every morning, I show up on my stories on Instagram just like this, but a little my eyes are a little puffier because I wake up in the morning and I always talk about we don't even know nonsense. I don't even know what I'm talking about until I hit the record button. But I just get up there and I just talk to people like they're my friends. And honestly, talking on social media for me is very therapeutic. Okay? Might not be for you guys, but it is for me. But just share who you are, share who your family is, share, what you love and who you are behind the camera. That's how you're going to build trust with people. If I mean, just talk about what you love. You're going to talk about Scentsy, obviously, because you're a Scentsy consultant. You're going to talk about if you have, a full-time job, you can talk about your full-time job, talk about your spouse, talk about your kids, talk about your dog, talk about your struggles if you want. You don't have to. Celebrate your success online. Like, eh, sharing your life online really can take your business to the next level. So, um, yeah. Is that what you meant, Whitney? I hope I explained that.
Let me bounce off that too, Whit and
Yeah, I
Ray.
can talk about it
Your
too.
brand is going to make you recognizable. I run social media for my the med spa that I work for. The whole sole purpose of a brand is so that when people see something, they think of you. So like Ray said, like with the dogs or like her IVF thing or anything like that that relates to her that makes her. Okay. All the dogs, all the plants, all the IVF. Like when I
All
see
the
anything
plants,
like that,
yeah.
I think Ray. So it
Yeah.
makes something very relatable and making people think instantly like, ha, like whether it's, something about yourself or like, do you always use a certain font? Do you use certain colors whenever you do different things for Happy Mail? All of that ties into who you are. Okay, sorry.
No, I was actually going to add to that. If you guys struggle with finding out like, things about yourself or like what you should share, a really good way to do that, post on Facebook and say, "Hey, when you think of me, what are the top 3 things you think of not Scentsy related?" Okay? Because other people, I feel like that's so much easier. Other people can pinpoint things that you might not even pinpoint. So ask those people if you're struggling with something like that, ask them to help you figure out, the top 3 things that they think about when they think of your name. I did want to go back. Whitney was talking about events and non-consultant hosted events, parties, basically. I'm going to challenge you, especially because we just have a new catalog this month or next month, to have an open house. Okay. Katie Lassiter would thrive off of talking about this, but you don't have to do it at your house if you don't want to, because I know that that's a lot of people's like reasoning for not doing it. I started doing it at my local coffee shop, and I just did it for the first time last fall, and I'm doing one at the end of this month, and it is a hit. I invite all of my customers, but also everybody that comes into the coffee shop ends up shopping as well, and it's a great time. So if you have never done one, I'm going to challenge you to do one. Yes, it's a bit nerve-wracking talking to people. I even get nervous. But it's a great time, and you're going to gain new customers. You're going to get sales from it. You're going to meet people who have never even heard of Scentsy, which is wild because I live in a very small town. And I'm like, oh, what is this? And I'm like, what do you mean, what is this? I clearly haven't been doing my job. Are you from here? So that's my other challenge for you, okay? So find a location that you can do it outside of your house if you're not comfortable with doing it in your house. But doing it outside of your house not only brings your customers, but it also gets new eyes that are already coming into that establishment that you chose, okay? So, Chasity Robinson is next. Bring it home, girl.
All right, y'all. So they have talked so much about new customers and all the things, and I'm just going to add a couple more things about that, and then we're going to talk about SFR. I feel like they have hit everything that you could possibly need to hear about new customers and all the things. I'm not going to repeat all the great things that they said because they have said everything that I could possibly say. But what you guys do need to hear is that today, anybody that has a phone and Wi-Fi has the ability to create income. So why not you? Why not you? Anybody that has a phone and Wi-Fi has the ability to create a stream of income. You have the all of the tools sitting in your hand right now. Everybody. You have the most critical tool. You have social media. Anything that you want to know is at your fingertips. Anything that you don't know, I'm going to say it with my full chest, is just ignorance. And that's just a choice. And I'm sorry if that hits you in the feels or hits you in the chest or makes you feel some type of way, but that is a choice that you're making because it is 2026 and you guys can those books back there, those are all nonfiction books that I don't really want to read, but they're books that I'm choosing to read right now because they're books that I know that I need to read that are going to enhance my business. They're marketing books, they're sales books, they're books that I make myself read before I go read my fiction books that I want to read about murder. And there's books that I'm looking at right now that I know that I have to choose that I need to read to make myself a better businesswoman, a better marketer, a better all the things. Okay. So you just need to know that anybody can go pick up their phone and they can build a business to the very top of Scentsy tomorrow. So why not you? And you need to know that. Okay. So that's number one. You are the secret sauce of your business. No one else, not your sponsor, not Ray Ray, not Whitney, not Amber, you. You are the secret sauce. You are your brand. You are the one who can take it to the top. No one else. You are the reason that people are going to buy from you, not your mama, not your daddy. I got daddy issues. Not your Scentsy bars, not Joe Schmo from down the street. You are who they buy from. Make them choose you because they can go choose anybody else. They can go buy Walmart wax. That's a shitty decision, but they can go buy it. Why are they going to choose you? Why are they going to choose Scentsy bars? And why are they going to choose Counter Clean? We need to make it easy and we need to make it the best choice. We already have the best products. We know that. Nobody can compete with our products. But how are we going to make them believe that? We know that. How are we showing them? How are we making it easy for them? We know that. We wake up and we believe that. But do our customers know that? And do our customers believe that? Do our teams believe that? Are we building belief in all of that? Because I know that. And I hope that you know that. And if you don't know that, you either need to dig deep and find it, or you should probably find somewhere else to be. And I'm sorry, I'm just going to say that because we need people that are ready to take us all the way to the top, because that's what I believe in Scentsy. And I know that with my whole heart. And if you don't know that, I think you should, because I truly know that and I truly believe that. So know that you are the secret sauce and that you can do all of that. Just like somebody, I can't remember who was talking about motivation or your sponsor or whatever it was, but I know everybody has also talked about income producing activities and the things that you have to do. This business is simple. This business is doing the same boring things over and over again, but motivation is a lie. You're not going to wake up and be motivated, but you do have to wake up and be disciplined. Discipline is what you need. Discipline is what is going to get you through on the days when you don't feel like you can get up out of bed. Discipline is the thing that is going to get you to the next level. Discipline is going to carry you to write the content, to show up, to deliver when motivation is out the door and you can't pull yourself up out of bed. Discipline is what you're going to need. Okay? Discipline is going to create the results that you desire. Okay? Time is not an infinite resource. So if you don't have a lot of it, you need to use it wisely. So if you don't have a lot of time, which I'm sure a lot of us don't, most of us don't, you need to use it on the things that actually matter. And you know what that is? Talking to customers, having parties, meeting new people, not making samples, not designing stuff on Canva, not doing all the pretty shit, not doom scrolling, not thinking about how you're going to make this most perfect reel. And I'm guilty of it just like everybody else is. The thing that's going to matter is talking to people, building relationships, fostering those, and getting out of your comfort zone. Because if you're sitting in your comfort zone, I can promise you your business isn't growing. And I can promise you you're not meeting new customers. And I'm speaking to myself just as I am to everybody else. The important things that are income producing, exactly what Whitney said. One of the things that, one of the other things that I was looking at is that, do you know that anxiety and excitement are caused by the same chemical reaction in your brain? So, but how you interpret those physical symptoms determines how you perceive what's going on in your brain. So whether or not you decide if you're going to be anxious or you're going to be super excited depends on your thoughts in your head. So we get to decide that. And Chastity needs to hear that more than anybody because anxiety runs through my brain all the time. So I get to decide, do I get to be anxious when I walk into this library and go give samples to all these women that I see all the time? Or do I get to be excited that I'm going to go and give them samples and talk to them about Scentsy? Usually I'm going to talk myself out of it because I don't want to do that. But there's no reason not to. I talk to them about my books all the time. Why am I not going to talk to them about Scentsy, right? So how we determine and how we react to it determines our perception. So do you know it's like something that we get to do every single day of our lives that excites you? Scentsy should excite you. It should also scare you though. Amber used to say it all the time, do it scared. And she still does, but do it scared, y'all. Do it scared. There was a couple other things I wanted to say really quick before when we were talking about branding, I want you guys to learn really quickly that no matter what you say, no matter how you say it, you're going to piss somebody off. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what you say, doesn't matter how you say it. You're going to piss somebody off eventually. You might as well say what you mean and mean what you say. And when you're talking about branding and figuring out who you are as a person and what you want to talk about and what you're going to and who you're going to be, not everybody's going to like you. And that's okay. but the right ones will. The right ones will. You're not going to be for everybody, and that's okay. Those aren't your people. And the faster that you learn that, the happier your life is going to be. Because what those people think about you are it's none of your business. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because none of those people that are talking about you, I can promise you, they're just jealous of all the work that you're doing that they're not willing to do. I promise you. I promise you. Never take advice from people who are not in a place that you wouldn't want to be in. Um, da, 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 da. And then if you're somebody who's sitting there and you've heard Ray talk about um, liking animals or being a mom or IVF or whatever, and you're sitting there thinking, well, I'm just a mom. I'm just a girl, or I'm just a teacher, or I'm just somebody with 17 cats. First of all, take that sentence out of your mouth. You're not just at anything. You're not just in anything. So you need to stop that negative. If you have 17 cats, I mean, more power to you, girl. I'm allergic, but that's your story, and you should honestly share that because people probably want to hear that. But that's not you're not just anything. You have a story and you're powerful, and you need to own that shit because somebody's going to relate to you, and you're not boring, and that's just a bullshit story that you're telling yourself, and you need to get rid of it. Okay? So don't tell yourself that because that is a lie from the devil. Um, da, 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 da. And you're not too busy, so that's a lie you're telling yourself too. Working on yourself is hard and it sucks, but choose your hard. Life's hard, get a helmet. People on the internet can be absolutely awful, but they can be absolutely amazing too. And when I tell you that you have something of great value to share with the world, you just may not know it yet. I mean it. And I promise you that you have something to share. Um, but you have to let yourself out of that cage. Let yourself out of that cage and be brave enough to share it because you do have something really great to share. Okay. Anyway, I'm done off my soapbox with that. Let's talk really quickly because I know we're a little bit over time. Talk about SFR. If you've not registered for SFR yet, that's okay. We're going to talk about it. You can have a yard sale. You can go through your house and sell all those warmers that you may not be using in compliance, of course. You can go through and you can do lots of other things that to save up some money to try and because we don't have the payment plan. I promise you, though, you will never, ever, ever regret spending the money on going to SFR. So all the things you don't use, you need, love, blah, blah, blah. So let's talk about some reasons. Number one, you're going to learn things that the rest of the field are not going to know for months in advance. You are going to learn about all of the things that are going to be upcoming in the upcoming season. You're going to learn about the new fragrances. I'm not saying any of this like I know any of the possible things upcoming. I'm just speaking in generalities, guys, okay? Like new fragrance systems, upcoming collections, the catalog changes. You're going to learn about business tools and marketing strategies. You're going to know about all the things that are coming so you can sort of have a head start and sort of plan for the future, right? Number two, you're going to get momentum. You are going to have so much momentum going into that next half of the year or whatever it is. You're just going to have so much energy that it's hard to even explain the amount of energy that you're going to feel, but you're going to feel so much momentum because you're going to feel all of the other people that are like you in the room. You're going to meet people that are like you. This energy is going to turn into you posting more, you selling more, you recruiting more. You're going to show up different. You're going to see your business spike. Number three, your belief level is going to change. Your belief level is going to change in yourself, and it's also going to change in the company, especially if you've never been before, because I know it sounds so like crazy when we say that we can't describe it until you've been, but we can't describe it until you've been, because until you've been, you don't really understand what Scentsy truly is until you've been to an actual SFR. A world tour just doesn't just doesn't do it. You're gonna get to meet people that you've never been able to meet in person. You're gonna see people who've built massive teams. You're gonna meet people that are just like you, and suddenly, like, it doesn't feel just like so intangible. You can like put your fingers on it, if that makes sense. The training's definitely on a completely different level. You're gonna actually get live training, not just like generic advice. You're going to go through, and from home office training, you're going to get to, I just feel like sitting in the room with people that are, it's so much different than sitting on Zoom. Okay. Networking is insane. Obviously, you're going to meet people. Amber Ryan and I would not be best friends today if it weren't for SFR. We met each other as complete strangers going to Nashville. You're going to meet some of your very best friends. You're going to be able to meet lots of people within this group. Number six, it builds credibility with your team. You can't ask your team to do something that you're not willing to do. So if you're a leader, showing up as a leader at an event like that, that's leading by example. You're going to experience the culture of Scentsy. You're going to meet home office, all the product developers, the people behind the scenes. You're going to see why Scentsy operates it does. You're going to hear keynotes from Heidi and Orville. It's literally just the energy is just crazy. Recognition. Number eight, recognition. In person, it reminds you. Number nine, it reminds you why you started. Number 10, you're going to come home thinking bigger. Honestly, you're just going to feel like completely unstoppable. You will have an SFR like energy high, but also be so drained. You will be tired, but it's going to be so, so good. And actually, this year, we're super excited. We are going to do a large group meeting with all of us SSDs. So, Ray, Amber, Whitney, Maggie, me, Air, Ariel, I'm gonna say it right, whatever it is. I'm gonna get it. Woo! That scared me. My damn surge protector just fell off my desk and scared me. So we're gonna all do our group meeting together. We're gonna have an SFR group here shortly. And Katie, yes, Katie, I'm sorry, I'm trying to get it together. We're gonna create a Facebook group as well. So if you guys are looking for roommates, um, we can put you guys together with that. I hope I kind of sold that because I'm kind of all over the place, but SFR is really, 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 um, your name really did trip me up bad, but SFR really is the place that you need to be. You're going to leave with a lot of content too. My phone, like usually my storage on my phone is like, it's donezo. It's donezo. Photos for days. Anybody else want to add anything?
Yeah, we chose a winner for the giveaway. We told you guys on our very first Zoom back in January that we were going to do a random giveaway winner for a random Zoom. And tonight was the random Zoom because it's night three. Okay, night three. So the winner, and it's very random, the winner is Jessica Lusk. So
Whoop, whoop.
message one of us, Jessica, and we'll send you a prize. So we do appreciate you guys being on, and we know it takes time away from your family, but we do appreciate it, and we're really proud of you guys for being on.
Yep. Thank y'all. We love y'all so much,
Yeah.
and we will talk to y'all soon.
Have a
All right,
great
bye guys.
Bye.
Bye.